Hi, it's Sam here, and I'm excited today to talk with Sabine. Sabine is one of our most active members within the community, and she's doing some really interesting things with her groups inside of Communi. And I've also been seeing that she's one of our top affiliates, so she's been referring a lot of people into the software as well. So she's obviously doing something right. And I'm really excited to talk with her because I think that she'll have some really good information that will benefit those of you who have just joined Communi or who want to build groups within Communi as well. So, Sabine, thanks for coming on and sharing this with us.
It's a pleasure for me to share what I learned during all the weeks and months that I'm already on Communi and to talk to you directly.
Cool. Well, let's start off with a bit from the beginning. And what compelled you to join Communi in the first place?
I learned about Communi for the first time in a webinar that I attended. And as I was already on school for some months and I was thinking of, shall I create a community on school? Because it's the new way to get new clients. But I was hesitant because of the monthly costs that I have on school, $99 per month. That's really a lot. And you're not sure if it will work out at the end. And then they came up Communi, and this was the game changer because with the lifetime deal, I had the one-time costs, and now I can think of what kind of communities can I create in the future, so no more costs attached. And this really opens something up for me that I am able to create as many communities as I want. And that's what I started to do. I created two communities at the moment for free. And I'm also learning on school what makes a good community, how to build up an interactive community, and how to gain more members.
Very cool. And how has it been going for you since you started using Communi? What have you done to get members in, and what have you found has been effective? Like when you first started, what were your, I guess, thoughts about how you should build
Mhm.
a community, and how has that kind of changed after actually going ahead and doing it?
It's very easy to start a community, to set it up with a nice landing page and some posts. But the difficult part is to get the members into the community and to get them interactive. And that's something I really learned in the past weeks. It's not about setting up the technical thing. It's about having some founding members with you who support you in your community when you start it, so that there are already people when they join the community. Because if you go to a party and there's no one, it doesn't look that nice. But if there are already people talking, you feel more comfortable and you start talking to the other people too. And that's something you have to create on in your community too. So first invite people you can trust to help you to create posts, to set a culture within the community, and then start to promote it and get more members.
Cool. So someone that's starting out, you would encourage them to start off by finding some founding members and then uh, encouraging those founding members to post, correct? To engage.
Yeah, yeah,
And
because you want to create a culture where you are not the only one who creates posts, because
mm,
those who are coming fresh to the community, they don't know anything. So if they see that other people post too, ask questions or create any post, they are more encouraged to do the same.
and how would you start by finding those founding members? How do you how were you able to do it? And how would you think that how did you start with it? Yeah, that's probably the
Um, You can start with your friends if they are interested in the same topic of your community, to ask for them, but also in my mailing list, former clients that I have, I asked them if they would help me to build up this community. The other thing is to post something somewhere. I want to build this community around this topic. Is anyone interested to start this with me? It should be people who are interested in the topic because then their contributions will be better.
that makes sense. So you would find people, friends to start off with that you know, and then you'd maybe branch out and invite others who you identify as interesting, was interested in the topic.
Yeah.
And how are you growing your group at the moment? Your groups. You mentioned you've got two groups that are that are growing. Are they paid? Are they free? And how are you going about growing them?
I started with a free group, and one of them is Community Pioniere. It's in German, as my target group are in German-speaking countries. And I set up this group for my YouTube videos. I'm making several videos about community in German on my YouTube channel. So if you look for community compared to school, for example, you probably find some of my videos. And in the description of these videos, I invite the people, if you want to see how community works, how the interface is, just join my group. And most of the people coming through YouTube to my group.
Very cool. So, and do you recommend that others do that as well? Have you been saying and encouraging others to create YouTube videos around it? I noticed that,
Um,
yeah.
if you have a mailing list, you can also invite people from your mailing list because they are probably because in your mailing list because of your topic. And if your community is around your topic, there will probably be people who join your community too. So use all the different channels that you have, mailing lists, posts on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you are, and say, I want to start this community. Is anybody interested in this topic? Please contact me
Cool. And then
or
from
join the
there,
group directly. Yeah.
people will see it on the video. They'll be able to then reach out and then what do you do? Do you how do you engage them in your group? Because it's one thing
I,
from taking them to they see you on YouTube and then they want to connect,
yeah.
and then how do you find that whole how do you get them into the group in a way that's valuable?
The first thing is you have to start a kind of onboarding with them. And Community has really great features to do that, which is much better than school because we can send out messages, chat messages to them, we can send out emails to them. So in this process, I tell them, please watch the onboarding video where I explain how community works, where you can find categories, how to make your post for your presentation yourself, how the calendar is used and everything. So first explain the functions of the community, what they find where, how it works, what topic it's about, if there are regular live calls in the community and invite them. So this onboarding is really important and community is really great in this. What I really love is that you can send audio messages to new members. And
Oh,
that's
cool.
what I do. Yeah. I'm asking three questions, how they find it, how eager they are to build their own community, and what else I should know. And according to this, they get the first message. And when I see it, I send them an audio message. And being welcomed by a personal message from the founder, that's really great.
Mm. Yeah, that's a really good idea. I didn't think about that. That's a really good idea. Yeah. So they then hear your voice and then they see a real person, you want to connect with them and that that's exactly what they probably want when they join in the first place, and then that's how you turn them into a founding member essentially, because then they want to be involved in what you're doing, they support what you're doing because you are you're connecting with them and wanting to support them, and they'll see that when you
Mhm.
have that personal touch.
Yeah.
What other strategies, or how else have you, or anything that you'd want to pass on to someone who's currently building a group, maybe doesn't have that many members, just a few, or maybe they haven't
Mhm.
even started. Anything else that would be valuable for them to know about the software and what they can do?
It's not only about the software, it's also about the topic that
Mm,
they want to put out. And therefore, I recommend to do some keyword research because sometimes people have in mind their personal topic, but if no one is looking for that, there probably might not be enough interest for members to join the group. So first make keyword research what people are looking for, and then create the topic around these results. The other thing is when you create the community, think of the first posts that they will see. We have the possibility to put a long post on the landing page so that people can read what this community is about. And this is a very important post because that's the first thing they see. And if this is not compelling and attractive, they won't join.
Mm.
So put some efforts in this first post. The second post that you should create is the welcome post that should be pinned on the top. So if first members join, they see the welcome post where you can also add a personal video or something for the first steps that they have to do. And another recommendation is don't overwhelm them with too much content. People think of, oh, this could be my new course platform. But if people are overwhelmed by 20 hours of video, they have the feeling, oh, that's too much. I don't have the time to do that. And this might make them quit. So put some kind of content into it and then start to interact with the people, start the discussions, invite them to live calls, and then publish the next content pieces, the next part of the course. And there's something I also learned, which is very important. Don't put all the content out immediately for zero level. People should interact, they should create posts, they should comment to get on level 2 or 3 before they get a certain piece of content. Because this is a motivation to really do something and not only to consume.
I thought that was a really good suggestion you made in the call, which we're doing at the moment as well, is that trial period before they get the a course unlocked, for example.
Yeah,
And I think you're right with that. If people see that they can get everything right away, then why are they going to keep paying? There has to be some sort of motivation to stay there. And I think that yeah, I mean,
yeah.
there's things that you can do that. How do you go about doing that inside of your groups? Like the
So I have a piece of content how to set up your community in Communi to see the first steps. And this is my main piece of content that they get in the beginning. But
Mm,
all the rest of my content I'm creating during my live calls when I'm talking about a specific part of Communi or how do the onboarding or something. So this content is created during the live calls, and then I will put it as a recording or as a cut video for new members in the course area.
yeah, and for the just thinking about the logistics, like how the group kind of your groups work. So have you been creating courses, or have you been relying more on the community and uh, the other features like a live event? And what do you find people want the most? Like what do people need when they join a community?
They want to find at least some piece of content that's interesting for them. And that's why I have this introduction to how to create your community in Communi. But the rest of it, they can learn while they're in the community. And content can be created during the live calls, which is much easier than produce it all in advance.
Mm.
And what I experience in my communities, people ask different things than I have in my head. They want more the basic stuff, and I'm already far ahead, for example, in my Zoom community with advanced features, but they first want to start with the basic features. So it might be completely different what members want compared to what you have in your mind.
Yeah, yeah, that's a really good point. But I mean, I noticed that as well, that I'll have ideas, and then the members will just completely change those ideas entirely just from talking with them. So it's like I need to wait a little bit. It's like don't I shouldn't put time into doing this stuff now. It's like wait a bit, and those founding members are so important. You wait a little
Yeah,
bit, and then after you get that feedback, you get what people want. Then you can start. Oh, okay, well now it's more clear. We've made
yeah.
several mistakes in that, just doing too much too early. And then the
Stretch
whole point
the,
is you need those members because then you'll start to understand what your audience really wants, and you can't know it until you can like think you know it, but you can't know
yeah,
it for sure until people come in and
yeah.
then they use it.
Yeah, and that's what I like about the English community, where we can request for features. And sometimes there's a lot of discussion if it's really necessary or not, and then you come and say, "Okay, that makes sense. We will do this." And that's really great that we can have an influence on what will be the next features that will be created. And I really love the way how Communi is developed.
Oh, that's great. Thanks for that. Yeah, we're trying to listen and hear what people want, and yeah, it's great. It's great for us because I think the software is getting way better because of it. There's been suggestions, like even the trial that you suggested on the last call. We weren't even thinking about that. We hadn't thought about it. We didn't see a use case for it. And then you said, "Oh, well, this is how you use it." And it's like, "Oh, what we need." It's like perfect. We should be doing that.
Yeah,
It's like, why were we
yeah.
doing that?
Yeah,
So,
let's talk about the trial period because that's also something where community is better than school. School, you only have the 7 days period, and in community, you can set up your own trial period if it's 10, 14 days, or even 30 days. So
yeah.
there's much more flexibility on community with certain features, which I really like.
That's where we're building more towards. Yeah, we want to make things more flexible and allow for customization more. I think that yeah, the feedback we've got has been that people want more control over that, and we've been trying to gradually push that out. So yeah, it's great. Anything final that you want to leave people with? And where can people find your group if they're interested as well? I know you've got a group that maybe will be beneficial as well for members that are listening to this.
Mhm. So my group is called Community Pioniere. It's in German, and maybe you can put a link below the video so
Mhm.
that they can find it more directly. And also on my YouTube channel, Sabine Schmelzer Video Marketing, you find some videos about Communi compared to school, what the features are, so you can learn something in German about Communi.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, and yeah, we'll see you in the group, I guess. Thanks for sharing. And if
And
anyone has any questions, yeah,
for all those who are interested, I really recommend to use the lifetime deal, which is still available, and to make sure they get this deal for community and can set up all their communities on this one price.
thank you. And also, if anyone has any questions as well, please post them below this video. I think I'd be fascinated to find out what you thought and what questions you have. And Sabine, I'm sure will be willing to answer those as well if there's questions that come to
Sure.
mind.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Awesome. All right. I'll just stop there.